Well, surprise, surprise. Good evening, everybody. We're live. We just decided to jump on here. We had a third person, but he has left the building. But I assume he'll be back. That was Mike Walker. But we just got on here. We was chatting about some things for the upcoming pulling season. I said, guys, why don't we just go live? So we're gonna go live here for you for a little while. If you got any questions about anything, just hop in the chat there, and we'll do what we can help you answer, do whatever we can do. But I'll also be running a video here in a few minutes of some old stuff. Hi, Brian. What's up, man? Lynn Clark, thanks for coming in. Lynn's a regular viewer, man. Here comes Mikey back now. So, hello, Mike.
Technical difficulties here.
That's okay. It happens. But, yeah, we'll probably, it's old stuff. We're going to talk about some old stuff. We'll talk about new stuff. Kendra is in Ocala, Florida this weekend, pulling with the Blue Crew, as we call them, and some other people. So I have talked to her, and I sent her the link to come in here. She is possibly going to try to come in and update us live from Ocala, see what's going on. So that would be pretty cool. See, Brain, I tell you what, I used to go to NTPA events, but it's so far to have to go from here. I'm in northeastern Maryland. For me to get to an NTPA event is 6+ hours at least, I would think, to get into Eastern Ohio or something like that, or even North Carolina. North Carolina is 7 hours. So, but I used to go to Fort Recovery, Ohio. Of course, I think everybody's been to the other Bowling Green, and been to Galax, Virginia a few times. So it's not like I never went to NTPA events. It's just nowadays everything's so far away. With aging parents and stuff, it's hard to take off, that many days that kind of traveling. So, but yeah, there's a good possibility I may try to get out that way. We'll see. But we got Ralph Driscoll on with us. We got Mike Walker, and guys, I don't know. I'll start a video here, and maybe we'll get to seeing what's going on here, and we can talk about the video if you want. Anybody's got any questions about some of these oldies but goodies? 1996, man. I probably started filming a little before this, but a lot of that. Oops. I guess I didn't turn the volume off. Stay tuned. Let's see if I can do it this way, maybe.
It's Frank Arts, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. That is actually Frank Arts. Could you guys hear the volume? The tractor's running, or no?
No.
You couldn't hear it?
Sir. Nope.
Let's see if let me see. Can you still hear me okay?
Yep.
Working without a net here, guys.
I can hear you, JR.
Okay, I'm going to try to run this video again. Hopefully it will be silent. So, see what happens. There we go. Now I can hear everybody. It was blowing my eardrums out. I couldn't hear nothing but the... Yes, this is Frank Arts. And this tractor is now owned by Antrim Diesel, and it's called Antrim Tantrum.
Look at Jersey running in there.
Yep, Jersey. Yep, Jersey. Jeff Paulding on Facebook. But that tractor is actually now a mod turbo tractor, driven by Kevin Grove and Dakota Grove, and I think there's one other young fella that helps him wheel the tractor too. So, but that's Westminster, Maryland. That used to be our first East Coast hook, and of course we all know this is Jody Ross with the high-tech redneck. Very strong running tractor back in the day as well. So I mean, Jody's been hard at it for many years.
Tractor went to Mike Beck.
Yes, that is correct. Brian Morrison, is that the same Brian Morrison that's local here in the county here? How are you, Brian? But of course the Rebel sled, it's been around forever, and he actually built a new sled that I haven't seen.
Earl's jumping out from the buckboard.
I'm going to tell you something. You pay attention to them old videos. Earl was fast. By the time that tractor was backed up and stopped and got out of gear and into another gear, Earl was running around the buckboard of the sled, motioning them forward, He's usually pretty quick about that stuff. A lot faster than I could ever remember that he was. But But this was
Now,
a good
what
old.
happened to the windmill sled, Blue Stinger?
I am not sure. It was for sale. I don't think it sold. Don't hold me to that. I'm not sure, but that sled nor I think and the Rebel sled are um, not how would you say not inspected legally or able to do any. I think any Lucas Oil events here.
They
Okay.
don't. It's like they don't meet the specs.
Exactly. Yeah, pretty much. I mean that's yeah. Talk to somebody who really knows, such as Dave Moore or somebody. But,
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Because
sure
these
that.
machines are a lot more power now than they
Yeah.
used to have.
Well, I do know the Blue Stinger went through a major rebuild within 10 years ago, and the new Rebel sled is a lot more up to date than this one you see now being used.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, you know, where they're in use. I can tell you, I know the old buck sled is being used in Newville, Pennsylvania, the Cumberland Valley Pullers there. But this tractor's got some history with it too. This is Tom Wilkinson here back in the day, and this tractor is now a mod turbo. Mike, you know who that is?
My turbo. Well, I know that it was Hillbilly's Bear there for a little while,
And then it was
right?
sold to West Pennsylvania, to the Har family, Merle Har. It's called Mad Dog now.
Oh,
This
okay.
is this tractor here is now called Mad Dog, and it's mod turbo.
Yeah, we've seen it several times at the Keystone.
Yep. But
And you notice now, I mean, back then they didn't have the roll cages on it. They started that like I think after Dave Walsh had his accident.
No, that would be after Randy Rose at Toma back in like 97, 98, I think it was.
Oh, okay, sir. Yep.
yeah, they instituted them. I think it's 1998. It was the year that it was suggested to put on,
Right.
and I think
It wasn't until like
1999
99.
it had to be on. I'm pretty sure that was the time frame. So, and I remember going right here to Westminster at 1999, and why I don't have video, I don't know. This is taken from an very old VCR tape, so that's why you're going to see the screen roll every now and then. But
Up on
Looks
the
good
hill.
to me, bud.
they, I remember walking into the pits here and it's like, wow, these tractors look really cool with these roll cages on. I said, man, this should have been on a long time ago. They really look cool.
Mm-hmm.
More performance, more obviously a lot safer. I mean, I'll tell you what, there was some brave individuals back in the day. Of course, it was an innovation time, and they were making a lot of power, a lot more than parts could stand. And I'm surprised more accidents didn't happen, but thankfully they didn't. But NTPA and others thereafter really stepped up their SFI game and safety programs, and to keep it as far as it's still considered the safest motorsport that runs today.
Absolutely.
It is the safest motorsport today. If anybody's got any questions, like I say, keep us talking, man.
Yeah, it's the wildest motorsport, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's funny to see Jersey without any gray hair, huh? And here we have the world famous Silver Bullet coming to the sled. This is 1996 video. So he was the reigning 1995 Grand National Champion. And he was actually legal to run this class back then locally, but it didn't last long.
No,
They got
just
50 out.
watch the pull. I mean, he destroys them.
Yeah, it's way outclassed him. It's a Grand National caliber tractor. Of course, we all know this is the Connor Brothers' old Bad Medicine tractor.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
quite a horsepower machine.
I saw he was one of the pioneers in that, wasn't he, with the alcohol superstock?
One of them, yeah. I mean, there was people before them, I guess. What is that? Pete and Reaper? Was it one? There's a couple Olivers, I think, Mike, out in Ohio area.
Pete and Repeat. I heard about that. Yeah.
Tommy Bedger. He ran diesel for years. and
Mm-hmm.
they made the change over. And of course, they struggled. I'll use the term loosely. Struggled for years getting away from the pop, sneeze, bang, if you will. And of course, now Tommy is runs just as good as any state or regional level alcohol tractor. They've really come a long way after his big explosion in Bloomsburg. And if that's actually coming on the very next segment for our YouTube channel. The next one we'll have that big explosion from Bloomsburg of Tommy Beggar. He actually is going to have his own little segment on here. We have several runs
backing in.
Yep. You know who this was back then, Ralph? This tractor here.
It's a Ford, isn't it?
Yep. He still pulls today, but it doesn't pull with this tractor. And it's not a diesel tractor.
No, sir.
Kevin Windsor.
And so he has the 6-shooter or something?
Yes, he has the 6-shooter tractor. This was his tractor here. He ran.
Okay.
He actually got a win out in Toma, if I'm not mistaken. Toma, Wisconsin, back in the day with this tractor. Run the light class.
It was the 5,500 light class.
This tractor's really outclassed at 9,500 pounds, as you'll clearly see. It's just this tractor's not built to run this heavy.
He bought that.
I love those old Ford tractors.
Mm-hmm.
I love them. Those old Fords.
He got that from what? Charlie Schneider out of New York, wasn't it?
Charles, actually, Pennsylvania.
Oh, was it Pennsylvania? Okay.
Yeah, Tamaqua. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember they used to come in there and they'd have 3 of them on the trailer.
Mm-hmm. I have footage I'd shared sometime last year on the YouTube channel. We did a pull a few years back. Gosh, man, Gilbert, Pennsylvania. And
There's one I missed right here.
Yeah, Charles Snyder was actually there and made a run with his last. He still has the super stock tractor today. It run good. I was very impressed. Yes, Carl. God bless Carl Schuler. We lost him in 2020. He passed away. This tractor here was really tough back in the day. My understanding is, I think the family still has the tractor. I don't. It's got 8,400 sheet metal on it now, but I'm not sure what they'll ever do with it. But very tough competitor, very well liked by his peers, and good running tractor, that's for sure, for many years. Grand National circuit, he runs some Grand National pools as well. Always a favorite here in Pennsylvania here, across the state, Maryland, wherever. But he actually here. Of course, you've seen the Silver Bullet had a full pull, and this one sneaks it right out there with him. So, yes, we'll see a pull off here in a little bit.
Like you said, he sneaked it out there.
Yeah. So,
you're going to play
I don't know why they do floating finishes. I mean, I'd rather just have a good old full pull. Yeah, I mean, a pull off.
It's to the point now, Ralph, there's too much money involved. They don't want to run a second time.
Yep.
Yeah. A lot of these tractors are built. They just, when they get hot, they just assume would rather make one strong long pass. If it, hopefully not too long. Not when you get beyond 330, it gets a little tough on parts. But it's the the floating finish is the puller's friend. We just discussed that. Here is Dave Moore, back in the early super stock days for him. And of course, Dave's been pulling well over 40 years as well.
Oh yeah.
So
I got a picture of his tractor where it said Moore Pulling Team on it. I saw up at the Buck. I think I posted it on Pulling Reference and Old NTPA.
Yep. So this tractor actually was converted to a pro stock and campaigned for a few years, and then somebody bought the tractor up here near Tommy Beggar. I forget the guy's name offhand, and it was a light limited tractor, and then it got sold. I'm not sure who has it now. I think it went west. I think it's in Ohio. I think it went to Ohio. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I can't remember the guy's name that bought it here. He was local to Tommy Beggar, not too far from over there in Glen Rock. Tanner Snellbakers knows who he is. If he happens to jump in here, maybe we'll ask him out if we see him. And of course, here's WB Carpenter. And this tractor still pulls today.
The Neese family, isn't it?
Hmm.
It's the Neese family that has it.
Jason Neese owns this tractor. Yep. Jason Neese still pulling today. Pretty much kind of looks the same. It does have Puller 2000 tires on the back of it now, but he hasn't really changed the look of it too much, other than roll cage, obviously. But,
you know what you can't hear in the background on this is Bill Clem.
Bill Clem, yeah, he could talk an audience full all day long. It's something else. Never run out of stuff to say.
Oh no, him and Patty Puller.
Him and Oz.
Yeah,
Oz Arment, he was awesome.
absolutely. We miss Oz. We sure do.
I do too, big time.
Yeah, we lost a lot of good ones in the sport. It just keeps on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. He also another one Clem did was Dudley Drawbar. If you remember that. I bet you a good old cold sudsy glass of milk and a Hershey bar.
Don't forget about the battery bubbling, cleat breaking, and chain tearing, and all the other stuff.
All kinds of stuff. Battery bubbling, axle snapping, block busting, whatever.
But to the person in the crowd, they didn't know he was BSing the whole time.
That's right, Brian. Thank you. Kevin Fake is the one who bought Dave Moore's tractor, converted to light limited. That's correct. And Brian Morrison, get used to that name. I know I'm going to tell on you, Brian. He's in the market for a hot farm, 466 hot farm tractor. He may have bought one by now. I don't know, but we'll be seeing him on the track. We're looking forward to it, buddy. We wish you luck. Hopefully you'll find the ride, man. Thurman Mumford Jr. right here, man. These guys, this was one tough tractor back in the day.
Mechanical Bull.
Is this junior or is this senior?
This is junior driving.
Is it? Okay.
Yep, young junior. Yep, good running tractor. But, and then, Westminster, you see there, are always hot, kind of track we get dry on you. But, man, always drew a good crowd,
Oh, yeah.
It was time for people. Always had warm, sunny Sundays. Either that or it got rained out. But it was just, people were happy to get out and ready to go tractor pulling. And
no bleachers. You sat on the ground, but it didn't matter.
Yep, a lot of good memories there. We don't pull there anymore. Interstate, I think, still has a few pulls there, and there's a truck promoter that goes in there and does the diesel truck pulling stuff.
Is that Buck Wild or something like that?
Yeah, Buck Wild, I think it is, yep.
Kevin Danball.
Yeah.
That's a lusty tractor.
That must have had a lot to do with that tractor, mechanics-wise. Of course, prior to this tractor, Kevin and his brother ran it Alice Chalmers D21. Same name. I think they kept the same, just built this tractor.
It was identical to the Super Steeler. Except it was a pro stock.
Right.
Sorry, I had to flip my camera around because it goes. It's not charging too well with the wireless charging.
Okay. And we got Brian Brovon. Brian Brovon from Nebraska. Hi, Brian. Welcome aboard, man.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Absolutely, man. Give us a thumbs up and like, subscribe, share. Get your friends on here, man. We want to grow. We just I don't know. I just figured, we had some things that we wanted to talk about prior to the pulling season. We just decided to go, hey, let's go live. What the heck, And I'm really hoping that Kendra gets to slip in here and give us a live update from Ocala. That would be cool. So
I think you need to do the mod class next.
The mod class?
Yeah.
We can do that. But I don't know of any upcoming schedules. I know the new... Here comes the Flying Dutchman, Leon Oberholzer. We lost him too.
Yes.
Another very popular puller gone. We sure do miss Leon, that's for sure.
Another one that did a lot with the little.
Yep. Yeah, I remember him getting in a pull off of Rich Lustig at the Buck one evening. And man, did he lay down a run. think he opened a few eyeballs that night. But, we know I know the schedules should be coming out soon, unless they aren't. I'm guilty. I've just been busy. I haven't been flying the internet to see who's got what scheduled, but keep an eye on stuff, and we'll probably get some promoters on here soon, some more promoters and whoever, and start getting this stuff going. And I'm ready to go pulling, man. And I sent that flyer out to you guys, Mike and Ralph, that indoor pool in Southern Virginia is rescheduled.
Yes, sir. I saw that
this year.
in March.
Yes, end of March. Yep.
Are we going to do it?
Yeah, I plan to. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
You know, that's going to be your trial run there, Ralph.
Yeah,
Ralph is actually going to join the crew here a little bit and do some filming for us. Hopefully, COVID allows us to get out there and do this thing some of the season. So we got our fingers crossed.
Yeah, we're praying.
More events, that's for sure. Now we can definitely tell some stories about this one, can't we?
Yes,
This
sir.
is Lewis McDonald, Brian McDonald's brother. We all know Brian McDonald, Grand National two-wheel drive truck puller. This is Lewis with the Green Phantom Super Stock. Was sold to the Martin family, and it went through a couple names and was converted to a Pro Stock. And then that tractor was sold to Bobby Sadoff and his dad, and eventually became a 460. It was ran as a Pro Stock a few years and became a 466 Hot Farm. And the tractor was just recently sold, and I'm not going to say who bought it. All I'm going to say is I don't know how secret it's supposed to be, but it does have a new owner, a new driver, and it's here in the county. Brian Morrison knows who we're talking to. He may just be the one to put the name out there. We will be seeing the Family Fair tractor. I don't know what the name will be, but it's coming back.
Nice. Now I got this better now, I think, my friends.
I sure hope so.
Jeez.
I'm just kidding.
Should have done that before.
You get to know me. I'm gonna rib you, so get used to it.
Oh, I don't care. Don't matter to me, bro.
You guys going to
Keep on doing it, my friend.
We actually don't do any pulling ourselves here in Nebraska, Brian.
That's Outlaws and NTPA.
The Outlaw Series, yeah. I'm OTTPA.com. Mike, does that sound? Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pull Association?
Yeah.
I think is their website.com. OTTPA.com, I think is what it is.
Yeah, they're a good group of people.
I'm not sure, but I don't remember. But you can. Here's a tractor still pulling today. Mr. Hoke, Mr. Paul Hoke, still called the Screaming Eagle, and it's now a light pro. Here it's a Pro Stock. Hello, Chris Smith. How are you, buddy? But we're hoping we can get Kendra in here and get an update from Ocala and see what's going on. I think you said the modifieds are running down there now, Mike.
Two-wheel drives are Darren Wilson just made a run.
Okay.
They got the third truck out now.
Very good. Cool.
So I'm trying to watch the video, watch this, and watch.
I know. I'm trying not to have any dead air time, but you get so wrapped up in watching the video. But hopefully everybody's getting to enjoy that. So.
Are they running any diesel pickups down there?
I have no clue.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I don't think so, but I could be wrong on that.
Last year they had a few show up to make exhibition runs.
Yep.
The what?
They had a few show up last year to make exhibition runs.
Oh, okay.
How about this?
This tractor needs no introduction.
Yep, we know that is Underdog.
Betcha. That was one bad little puppy.
Yes,
Let me
sir.
tell you. Yeah, that was the Stauffer Brothers special, that and Sneaky Pete. Of course, Amos, the father of the Stauffer family, had Fido. But this tractor right here was bought by a few people. This is Ben Kennedy, I'm sure he was one of the owners, driver for sure. Kevin Grove had some seat time on it as well. And Antrim Diesel was heavily involved, I believe, in this tractor as well. But here he obviously had clutch trouble in this run, and it was unfortunate. I remember sitting on the bleachers this day, filming this. I'm like, man, because I'm talking back in the '70s when I was heavy into pulling as a young one. These tractors were top of the heap, in the day, and it was cool to see it back out again. I was pretty excited.
But again, in this class, it was two outclassed.
Yeah,
it was good in the 5,000 and the 7,000 pound class.
Yep. And this is another Hoke tractor, wishful thinking. I don't know any current status of this tractor or Ted. I'm sure Ted's still around, but I'm sure they still have the tractor too. So I'm not sure if it's. I'm not sure. I don't know what they're doing with it. But this was a super stock then. But Russell 379 asked if Lindsay or Joe Metzger are still pulling anymore. Metzger, I'm not sure. I know the truck that Metzger drove, I believe, was owned by Mike Larrabee, who also had the Shameless semi, the Chevrolet semi. I know those trucks were for sale. I don't know if they were sold or what's going on with that. I've heard that Mike did come out and make some runs, but I guess in the state of Ohio, that's some local pulls or something. But Tom Lindsay still has the trucks. They still have both trucks. As far as pulling,
if I remember correctly,
no.
Mike Larrabee was at Bowling Green 2019. He had a purple Peterbilt, I think it was.
It had what now?
In 2019, Mike Larrabee was at Bowling Green. He had a purple Peterbilt.
Okay. And I actually have Andy Trout used to drive Bessie, if you remember. Also was part of the original Brachiosaurus Brockway pulling team too. They were stable mates. Actually called me, and I'm rounding up some old semi footage of them guys pulling for them to make a DVD. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the Brockway Brachiosaurus. That was my favorite.
Mm-hmm. But this is actually the last tractor of the class, I think, before the pull off. So,
yep.
Tom Bear.
Yep, we'll get into some. That's now called Mad Dog. It's in Western Pennsylvania. It's a mod turbo owned by Merle Haar. Yep, has the Dirt Devil.
Jersey walking out from there, just too cool, huh?
The Devil Dog. Yeah.
Now, JR, what happened to Rick Krause's truck, Sweet Music?
That I do not know.
You don't know?
I don't know that.
Yeah, because I asked Mike, and he said he had one picture of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a couple pictures of it probably somewhere. I'll send it over. I'll post it on your site. Yeah.
Thanks, bud.
I got a couple pictures of it. Yeah, it's hard to look at these tractors without roll cages back then and think, wow, what a difference.
Mm-hmm. Is that Jordan in there, or is that Rich?
That's Rich.
That's Richard.
Rich? Okay.
Jordan drove
I
a little bit.
figured it wasn't Jordan. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked that.
It's fine.
Rich and Jordan, they switched off in 96 driving, and then 97, Jordan drove it most of the time.
Does anybody know who that flagger is?
Does
anybody know who's flagging there?
Oh, yeah, I know who that is.
Okay.
Got a few cases up there in Chick-Shinny.
What's that now?
I said, does he have a few cases up there in Chick-Shinny?
The flagger, it's not Hoyt.
Oh, somebody said it was Hoyt.
No.
Oh, and who is it?
That is actually, I know Mike Mills, I think, was flagging some of this event, but I believe that's Chris Wright. Bing's Modifieds, I don't remember. I know Wayne, his father, is finish line flagger in this event. Of course, they ended up moving to North Carolina, selling the truck, and
Wayne's Florida now, or last I saw he was in Florida.
He moved further south. Okay. Kind of like Russell did. He sold his place in PA and went to where it's warm. He just had that posted there on the chat. But, yeah, we'll delve in as soon as Richie's done playing here in the middle of the track. We'll get this pull off done, and yeah, we'll go take a look at the modified class. Boy, there's some good tractors back in the day in that one, that's for sure. Still no Kendra. She's probably pretty busy. Thank you, Scott. Good to see you, buddy. Scott's been, since I got hot and heavy in this YouTube stuff, boy, he come to the channel, and if there's a video posted, man, he's thumbs up, thumbs up. We appreciate that, guys. Give us thumbs up. Absolutely. I bet it does get warm, Russell. I've been to Florida a couple times. It was pretty muggy and humid and rainy. Gosh.
The fishing's great.
Are you anywhere near the Green Swamp, Russell? It's a Bigfoot thing. A skunk ape thing. That's why I'm asking you. I got my buddy right here. See. Yes, I have a passion for truck and tractor pulling, but I also delve into the world of Bigfoot every now and then too. So actually, okay, all the time. But
Nice.
yeah. I'm a believer and I am a knower. I'll just leave it at that. But anyway. And we got one more tractor, and I guess we want to pull the modified up next. We'll pull mods up next. So I wish we had Jersey in here. We could really. Mike Walker's going again. I think he does it on purpose. Gravedigger fan. Now I've made a trip to Gravedigger shop one time down in Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. What a place! We actually walked out back of his shop, back in the woods, and all his projects are set. When he's done with them, are setting back there. It's amazing. Some of his street trucks, yeah, they're pretty neat.
But he has monster truck rods now too.
What's that?
He has the monster truck rods to take back through the woods now.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, it's a virtual graveyard back here of his old projects. It's pretty cool. That's right, Scott. It does help us grow. I mean, we're not lost for words. We're just getting wrapped up in this old video stuff, and we just decided to go live tonight. What the heck, kill an hour or something. So I actually almost killed an hour, half hour anyway. And as you can see, these poor guys are really outclassed by that alcohol 650 cube tractor. It's tough to run with something like that, and that's why the rule eventually did change, and those guys could no longer run local. So the fans loved it, but it was hard on the local guys who ran every pool all summer long. So I bet it is, Lynn. But I apologize. No distances. Back then, this is really probably.
Hey, bullet's only 1T.
Yeah. That was a long time ago, Mike. But that was probably only the second time we filmed. The first one, I think, was a 95 pool. It was kind of an off-the-wall event. And, we were watching TV here locally, and just for some reason, I just happened to have it on, like your cable company has a local channel thing. It advertises stuff. Well, we saw something for a tractor pull that day at the Harford County Farm Fair. And I'm thinking, oh man, we got to go. I mean, that's 12 miles down the road here. And sure enough, Gary Mills had put together a pool, and just happened to say, well, grab the video camera, and a fresh tape and went down there and filmed that. And I got to find that because, boy, there's some cool stuff on that too. But that was the first time we sat in the bleacher and filmed. So it's, you know, it's not too. It's cool to see the older stuff, but it's not nothing like today's footage. So, yeah, I'm just gonna call it Brain Jack.
Brain Jack.
Jack. Yeah, absolutely. That Pointing Reference Rewind is pretty cool. Yep.
Dan's been posting a lot of old NTPA or ATPA.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Dan. Dan's a good guy, good for the sport, and yep. Okay, let's see what I can do here for us. You guys mumble about something. I'll be right back with you guys. I'm gonna get another video started here.
Let's get a move on.
You talk about something. Actually,
I'm watching a two-wheel drive class right now from Florida.
Okay.
What's up, Michael?
Same old.
Knucklehead.
I hear you.
You ain't no knucklehead. You're a good guy.
Family. That's good.
For a knucklehead.
Family friendly show.
Yeah. Keep it family friendly.
Yes, sir.
Sometime today would be nice.
Yeah, maybe. I'll think about it. Okay. If he's a knucklehead, then so am I. Now,
I'm
going
the
to
biggest one.
Walker. Where's this tractor at today?
Well, I know it's the Shank Brothers.
Here it is, yes.
Is it running Interstate?
Yes, it is. Single blown.
Kevin Stauffer?
Yes, it is.
Rough and ready?
Rough and ready.
The fuel tank was a giveaway.
Yeah. So when did you start going to pools, Ralph?
I started going in 1977 after I saw it over at the Harrisburg Farm Fair show, and I was hooked on it then. That's just right when they built the Mean Machine sled over in Cowtown, and went to the Salem County Fair and been going ever since. But lately I've been haven't been going to many of them, but that's why I want to get back started going again because really enjoy it.
Russell, that track that you're talking about back in the 90s, that's where they raced swamp buggies back in the day, and then they would drain it when they had the pools down there.
What is this, Fort Myers?
What's that?
The Florida Motorsport Park?
It was
Naples.
Naples, that's it. Naples.
That yellow triple big block Chevy tractor was Paul Gogg. And that last known owner of that tractor was the Foster family, and I'm not sure where it's at nowadays. I don't know this guy. Do you know this guy, Mike?
Some damn hillbilly from down south.
That would be Randy Davis. Back in the days for 2 blown engines before we went 3. Right? I think that's right. Yeah. No, I might be wrong.
You can run 3 then.
That's correct. Yeah. I know it was not too long prior to this. You couldn't run 3.
Now, was this the Mission Impossible Papa Bear chassis?
I do believe so. Yes. Yep. So that tractor actually had 7 engines on it at one time.
It's out. It's out west somewhere.
Just saw this guy today, just a couple hours ago. Dave Justice tractor that started as obviously a chassis prior to this one. Started with a single owned by Bill Grove, who eventually ended up with this triple. And then Bill Grove sold this tractor to David Justice, or as I like to pick on him, David Lee Justice. And the world famous Gary Mills.
Gary Mills, God
Oh,
bless him.
yep.
R.I.P.
Did a lot for tractor pulling here.
Yes, sir. He sure did.
And his
The whole family did.
signature driving style with the head bob right before he left the line, as he left the line. Yeah, absolutely. Mikey's still very heavily involved in the sport with Lynn Brookhart with the radio reactor. Earl Howard here with the tractor prior to the one he has now.
Yep. That was a Grand National chassis at one time.
Yes, it was. Tell us a little bit about that, Mike.
That was the old Make and Bacon Special chassis from Bruce
right.
Hutchinson, the second version of the 4-engine.
Then we have the Greyhound bus here.
I always love watching this thing run.
Absolutely.
I know. Zelinsky?
Andy
Yep.
Zelinsky, up with the
Yep.
old dude. Tractor was called the old dude. V12 Detroit diesel. Yep. Very cool. Very neat to see it run. There was also a V8 diesel called the Blue Hen.
Jeff Mitchell.
Jeff Mitchell, and he is still pulling today with Oliver's now. And of course, this is the old Running Bear tractor, correct?
Yes.
Davis has sold it to. Of course, that's another Antrim diesel tie-in with Dean Nagley.
Yep.
Yep. Short class. Gosh. Yeah, it's this tractor. Mike gave us those. Was sold to Wayne Lewis in North Carolina and run for a few years, and it's now called Wildfire and by Chip Street. And I believe Chip's in Ohio, correct, Mike?
He's from Ohio, yes, and right now he's in Ocala, and he just went out of bounds a little while ago.
Oh, I'll be darned. Yeah. Ooh, a rare break from Mr. Earl Howard. This tractor is called Hot Damn. Of course, Nancy, his daughter, took over the driving duties, and Earl's still going. He's in his 90s now. Me and Dave were talking about that. He's in his 90s. We don't know if we'll see the tractor or him back out, but cross our fingers every year. Hopefully they'll get the gumption to come back out with it, but we'll see. Good people. Been around the sport a long time. There's Leon Horst walking up, who eventually took over all the duties of the Poor Boys Express tractor teams, and or tractors, I should say. But,
What we got next?
I don't know. I'll disappear. I'll come up with something here real quick. But if anything else, we're giving you live videos. How's that? It ain't a live pool, but it's live old school videos. I'll be back.
You got your you put in Indy Super Pool 85.
You're funny. It's not in the computer, dum dum.
Put in a 4-wheel drive trucks.
You got the buck one in there?
I have to go see. You guys talk about something. I'll be right back. Working without a net. Here we go.
Yep.
Yeah, I got the old Gravely all painted up today, and I think I got more paint all over me than the tractor.
Sounds about right.
Uh-huh. Nah, I think it turned out pretty good.
Let's see what I can dig up here.
What'd you end up doing today, Mike?
Went grocery shopping, getting ready for this snowstorm we're supposed to get.
I'm supposed to be out plowing tomorrow with my friend next door, and I got my other friend's snowblower running today, so got it running for him.
Well, they're saying like 2 to 5 here tomorrow, but then Monday's when we're supposed to get everything.
Uh-oh, yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
I got the plow on the Toro, do like little driveways and stuff if I need to. Yeah, it's
We'll stay with Westminster. I'll pull up a 4-wheel drive class here real quick.
thank you, JR.
That's 2004. Ooh. We can move up to 2004. Would you enjoy that?
That'd
Whatever
be
you
cool.
do.
One at a time. Would you say?
That's fine.
Okay. I presume it's good to go. We'll try it. Like I say, we're just goofing off tonight. So, oh, this is Interstate. Okay, that'll be a nice little change here. Hold on. There we go. This is the Interstate Truck and Tractor Puller 6,800-pound 4-wheel drive class from 2004, and yes, Westminster, Maryland again.
And Aaron Smothers,
Mr. Aaron Smothers. You bet.
good guy.
Tough competitor. Now runs a lot, I guess, down in Dragon Motorsports in the Sportsman 4x4 class.
Yep.
The non-Hemi head engine truck class.
But he's a strong indoor puller, though.
Oh, absolutely.
One
Yeah,
of
he's got a Keystone National Championship, and he's usually a candidate to make the finals every year. He's pretty tough.
Well, Ken Whitley, too, when he was Big Daddy Show down in North Carolina, he always did good down there, too.
Yep. And here's Timmy Varner's first truck, I guess, before getting the risky business truck.
Mr. Carl Staples' old truck.
Now, are you online yet? Because I got like a blank screen.
We can hear you.
Yeah, because I see I don't see the video going.
I hope so. You see it, Mike?
I see it fine.
I don't see it on mine. I don't know what's going on.
Log off and then log back in, Ralph.
Okay. And I don't see JR either. Okay. I'm doing it. Log back off.
Don't they come up to the Keystone, too?
Yeah, White Sours, yeah. He's been, yeah, they've, I'm sure he's been there a couple times. This was interesting. Nathan, right? This was actually 2004. Diesel trucks were still fairly new to this area, I guess. Yeah, I mean, as far as getting modified up, built up and stuff.
Right. Blew the boost hose off, didn't he?
Yep. Is he waiting to come back on because he's sitting sideways? Hold on a minute. You with us, Ralph?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get back on it.
You got a blank screen. I'm going to take you back off. You got to log totally out and come back in. That's the only way it's going to fix it. So anyway.
Ooh. Remember that truck, JR?
The Gambler, sure do. I can't see it.
No, I'm talking about the one I just showed you on the thing. It's the old Warrior truck
Oh yeah.
from Florida. It just made a pass. It's called the Beast now.
Dan Savage, yep. Yep. Of course, here's the early Abshire trucks. This truck is now called Split Decision. Runs with East Coast.
That's Michelle driving, isn't it?
Back then, no, that would be Kevin's boy Doug driving.
Okay.
Oh,
We got you, Ralph. Ralph, you still have your cameras turned off, buddy.
it is? Okay, let me turn it on. Okay. Here it is.
There you go. Now you're good.
But I'm echoing now.
This is Glenn Dugan, John Dugan's brother. He runs with us from time to time. But
Well, a lot of them guys stepped up a little bit, didn't they?
oh yeah, yep.
You hear me now?
Yeah, you're good, Ralph.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yep. So now this okay now. Doug's running. I'm sorry. I will stand corrected. Doug did run this truck before it went to Troy Nails. This was Doug's truck, and then Kevin ran Special K. My bad. My
That was
bad.
before he bought Killing Time. Then
What's that now?
I mean, that was before he bought Gone AWOL.
Yes, yes. That truck has a lot of history too. Gene Fanning, of course, Temple. It was nice talking to Temple here a couple of weeks ago, and going over some stuff with him. I mean, he's been pulling a long time, and he said it right about that old Gone AWOL Jeep with Gene Fanning. Was just very consistent with that truck. Matt Henderson bought it, run it a year or two, and then Kevin Abshire bought it from him. So,
Well, it's like Lauren Dingus's old truck, the Virginian. It's just sitting in the trailer right now, isn't it?
yeah, down to late Southern Virginia, or yeah, I know the guy Scott Winfield that owns it. I believe is his name.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure it's for sale. So, but good old Westminster.
It was either hot as all get out or cold as you know what.
Yeah. Always a good time though.
Oh God, yeah.
Got the blood boiling, had a nice cookout the evening before, and it just kind of got all your buddies together and had a good time, you know.
Had a few chili pops.
Those were the days.
I used to go there for rodeos. They used to have rodeos there,
Okay.
and I used to go there for that.
Okay. That was quick.
Yeah. What do you got after this?
I don't know. We're pushing towards an hour. I'm not going to stay on too long, so
All right.
just we may just kill videos a little bit here and stop screen. Okay. Be right back. But anyway, upcoming, I'm going to try to call Irv Clark this weekend and try to get him scheduled. Maybe this coming Wednesday. I'm not sure. There's a lot to talk about this coming Wednesday. I know Kendra's going to be pretty loaded up with a lot of Ocala results and stuff. I'm sure. I'm hoping. And plus, we have Clint's Pool coming up next weekend. So Wednesday is like the middle day between both events, and there's a lot of stuff to go over. I'm assuming. I'm going to try to touch base with Clint, make sure everything's obviously still a go, and he's obviously going to be too busy. I'm not going to bother having him on, but just make sure everything's okay and there's been no major changes. But that's coming up, and I tell you, if you've never been to a Wet Smoking Promotions event, man, you got to go. It's those guys know how to put on one well of an indoor pool, man. The best.
Irv will be good to have on there.
Yes, absolutely. Irv's has a few years under his belt with the national tour. Of course, up and down the East Coast, everybody knows Taz Toy, 2-wheel drive, and it's something I've been thinking about it. I want to get him on board. A couple other things. I'd like to try to get a Ziegler on here. That'll be interesting. I don't mean to laugh at him. I enjoy them. I'm going to get Dan Savage on here. And there's a host of others. I just talked to Kevin Landis the other day, and he'll gladly come on and definitely give us an hour show. I'm sure of that.
Yeah.
I know it's coming. Go ahead, Mike.
a lot of Landis stories there.
But, yeah.
Try to get Jay Howard on there.
We'll see.
Jay Howard Meredith.
Yeah, we'll try to get him on. And
That'd be great.
I mean, there's a host of a slew of people that have said they'll come on, but when it comes time you go to ask them, it's hard to get a hold of them. So that's okay. I think I'm going to try to get Mike Hoff on here.
That'd be a good one too.
Let me tell you something. I can spend 2 hours with him, considering his pulling career, his engine building career. Mike has done a lot of stuff, and we got to get some pulling organizations on here. John Smith and Amore, Dave, Tina, whoever, whatever. We got to start getting concentrated on what's going on here on the East Coast, and start getting some stuff going here. So there's plenty of things that's coming up, and some new young pullers. Maybe we'll get some young ones on here, like Kevin Windsor Jr. or something. I'm sure they'll come on. But when you come on here, it's real simple. It's simple to log in. If just come on and watch and come in the chat and talk a little bit, get used to the format. It's really simple. We do our best not to put anybody on too bad of a spot, and just talk pulling. What your plans are for the season, and of course, but definitely Mike Hoff. Yeah, I've thought about him for a while, and we can talk about the Big Blue days back when they got pulling. And,
that would have to be a 2-hour show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's but and of course the buck. We all want to know what's going on with the buck. It was all them years. Since '74 it officially opened as a full-fledged pulling facility. I started going in 1975 there, and it was every Saturday night. And 2020 shut it down. COVID shut it down, and I didn't think I'd ever see that. And I know Mike wasn't happy, and I know Mike's itching to go. And we got our fingers crossed for every promoter out there. We're hoping everything can go off without a hitch. But we've already got one Grand National pool canceled in Minnesota. The first event of the year was canceled, correct? So the National Farm Machinery Show, or Louisville as everybody calls it, has been canceled. So there's the Keystone Nationals canceled. So it's early though. They're early events, even though I know Louisville did change their dates from February on into. How far into the year did they go? March or something? May, or I don't know what their rescheduled dates were. They canceled, so that's not good. So we got our fingers crossed, folks. Hopefully we'll get to go pulling here soon. We got a Virginia pool coming up that was scheduled February 5th and 6th, if I remember correctly. That was postponed, and now they are rescheduled. I don't have the dates in front of me, but I think it's the last weekend in March, which would have been Keystone dates. So hopefully we'll get that one in. We hope. So. Twin indoor tracks. Guys, help me out here. Talk.
Yeah.
Well,
now,
we're promoting some other pools. I'll just shut up.
Oh, okay. I kind of just scuffling my feet here, hoping Kendra would get to come in here, but that's okay. And this is a good question. Interesting. Wouldn't that be interesting? Can you pull snowmobiles?
I've seen 3-wheelers pulled, 4-wheelers pulled.
Yep. Actually, sleds were built. A couple small sleds were built for 4-wheeler pulls, I guess, really. Wasn't there an ATPA event there? And I'm going to assume you're asking
Naples?
I don't know what event he's talking about.
If he was talking about Naples, Florida, then I don't think there was an ATPA event there.
I'm not sure.
How about golf carts? Anything with that?
Yeah, I think they tinkered around with them smaller sleds that were built. Yeah, just a little show, keep the pullers active or entertained or whatever. So,
well, didn't Richard have one built?
Mm-hmm. Yes, he did. Yeah, he
did.
Richard
Logan said that. Yeah.
Yeah. But, and maybe sometime we'll get all the sled owners on here sometime or another, and because I'm sure we can definitely pluck their brains. There's a lot to talk about when it comes to a pulling sled. There's a lot of mechanical parts there.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get Logan on here, that's for sure.
Oh my Lord. Poor Logan. Yeah, that would be an interesting show, that's for sure.
You ought to make that a Logan, Chad Mackey, Ray Kaufman night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be That would be an interesting night.
It wouldn't be a dull show, I can tell you that.
I'm sure of that. But, well, we've hit an hour. I'm sorry if we bored you. I see we lost some viewers. So I mean, but we just decided, we'd come on for a little bit, and was hoping to get to hear from Kendra. I'm going to send her a message real quick, see how she's doing. But I don't want to tie stuff up here. So I'll see what she's up to and see if she's even going to have time to come on. If so, we'll hang out a few more minutes. We'll see what happens.
You haven't started getting snow up there yet by you guys, have you?
Yeah, it's not supposed to start here till I
Sometime
believe
in early morning.
daybreak. Yeah.
Okay.
Dave said he
Oh,
got.
shoot, I just remembered. After I'm done, I got to put the golf cart away. I got it on the side of the house. I forgot about that.
Let's see. I would say if she's coming on, she probably would have been here. But unless something happened and they got some work to do, or they're loading up to go home. Who knows? It's hard to say.
Probably loading up to come home.
Yeah, especially with the weather. But I think she flew down, so I don't know what her flight. she might want to consider rescheduling. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure another day or two in Florida wouldn't hurt her.
Oh, no.
Nah, I'm sure it's warm down there. I didn't see what the temperature was, but
I've been talking to some people down there at the pools, and they're like, "Oh man, we've had a great time these past 2 weeks."
did you happen to see any of the results, Mike? Like who won to drive, or
I'm not seeing any results.
hopefully Corey's tractor was able to make a pass.
It did. It did make a pass. It went to the dirt pile.
Awesome.
They're in the 4-wheel drive class now.
Okay. Very good.
I think it's their light 4-wheel drives.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that Corey's mod made a good pass. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's messaging me now, so they may be busy. But, that's okay. Yeah, they're loading now, so I'm sure they want to get on the road and get. It's a heck of a hike to get back home. They're going to run through some of it, I guarantee it. So. But,
oh yeah, they'll definitely be in it probably by North Carolina, Virginia, definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, no doubt about it. We wish them luck. We wish all the pullers that's headed north, northwest, wherever. Be careful.
Maryland, Virginia, Pennsylvania.
It's get ugly. So
safe travels.
Absolutely. Yeah, we miss Kendra too, Lynn. I ain't got nobody to pick on about throwing rods or anything. So. But anyway, well, what the heck? We got an hour and 3 minutes out of it. Played a few old videos. Why not?
Exactly. Pass the
like,
night,
subscribe,
right?
share. Yeah, like, subscribe, and share. Ring the bell for notifications. Like I say, I'm gonna try to get a hold of Irv tomorrow and maybe get him scheduled for this Wednesday. Might be Kevin Landis this Wednesday. I might push him off a week because I'm sure Kendra's going to have plenty to go over with us. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. So, but we will definitely be here Wednesday night, 8 p.m. With hopefully a good Ocala recap with Kendra and a little bit of a heads up with Clint's pool coming this coming weekend. So, and I know, yes, they're getting snow out there as well. But Clint actually had a pretty good post. Had a pretty good post on Facebook. Answered a bunch of questions he's been getting, and it's quite comical. And one of them was, "How much snow are you going to get?" How do you know? You don't have a crystal ball. I mean, it's a common question. Yes, they're going to get snow, but I've been out there in the snow, and those roads are definitely drivable. So I'm sure they'll have it well under control. They're very used to snow out there. So don't let it hinder your plans to go. Go have a good time there. You're going to see a well of a pool at Clint's place. So you don't want to miss it. I wish I was going. I'll tell you that. It's hard to get away for a week right now. So guys, if you're all talked out, I'm going to call it a night, I think.
I'm good.
Out of here. Good morning, everybody. We appreciate those that came in here. And We'll see you Wednesday night, I reckon. All
Later.
good. Mike,
Yep.
thanks for coming on, Ralph. And Ralph, we'll go ahead and talk about your page real quick. Vintage South Jersey. Okay, what we're going to do with that is I've been given the chore to change that name to include Jersey, Vintage Jersey, NTPA Region 1, and Heart of Maryland. So the page name's going to change. It'll still be the same page, great photos, talk, all that good stuff, but there will be a name change. It won't affect anything. It'll still be the same link and just the name. It's usually if you just we'll probably keep it like Vintage South Jersey. Those first three words will continue to take people. Once they type those words, it'll take it right to the page on
Okay.
Facebook. So maybe even consider. Some people. I don't want to get into the fiasco political stuff. Have moved away from that particular page and went to places like, when you get old, your memory just can't remember nothing. Instagram,
Right.
stuff like that. You may even consider starting something over there as well, and goofing around with that. It's pretty simple. I mean, it's not nothing too hard to set up. So maybe even consider that, Ralph. Starting something over there too. But yeah, it'll be the same page, just a little bit. We're going to tweak the name a little bit, shorten it up, and to include Heart of Maryland and NTPA Region 1. So
I appreciate that.
I mean, I appreciate you letting me post the videos. You asked me to post videos on there, and I know some of them are newer.
They're
But,
fine.
I haven't heard anybody complaining yet. So
They're fine. I put the radio reactor up on it. I mean that's in this area. So, and that's probably if you ask me, the wildest modified around is that one. If you ask me,
different. It's definitely a different machine.
I like it. I think it is cool.
Oh, it is absolutely. You got to be a glutton for punishment, I guess.
It's neat.
Mike has some experience with it, so I'm sure it's a handful to work on. But all right, well, guys, I appreciate you coming in here tonight and hanging out with me. And
I appreciate it.
be safe in the snow, folks. It's coming. And,
You too, sir.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll be out shoveling, plowing, doing whatever. So, but I think that's not going to happen sometime later in the day. So, I got stuff to do. Always got stuff to do. It never ends. So, I'll get a day off one of these days. But thanks for coming in, folks. And you guys hang out. I'll be right back in a couple minutes here. And
Okay.
remember, Wednesday, 8 p.m. right here. And we'll have Ocala and Michiana or Shipshawana, whatever you want to say. And we'll Gordywana, I guess is what they're hashtag Gordywana. We'll give a little preview on that too as well. It's going to be a great event. And if you got plans to maybe go out there, go ahead and do it, man. You won't regret it. Clint puts on a great show, and right there, some of the information's been scrolling down there below Ralph on it. So have fun if you go. You won't regret it. Now, see you Wednesday night at 8 p.m.